Hello everyone, my name is Chris Kapches. I'm the president of Chestnut Park Real Estate. I'm here today to give you your September market report. In preparing for this presentation and report to you, I felt that the best way to convey what's happening in the residential resale market is to talk about 5 themes that I see emerging out of the September data that we've received about the market's performance. And the first theme is the average sale price. The average sale price since the summer months has now started inching upwards again, something that we saw at the beginning of the year, and now we see it manifesting itself again in September. In September, we've sort of hit a kind of an all-time high of 1,136,000. That's the average sale price in the GTA for all properties sold, and there were over 9,000 properties that sold in the month of September. And I might add, September was the first month in which we saw more sales than the previous month since March of this year. Again, another kind of trend we're starting to see, the number of sales as well as the average sale price start to move upwards. That's a big number, 1,136,000, and that includes condominium apartments. And in preparation for the presentation, I checked to see that there were 2,664 condominium apartments that were sold in that overall number of over 9,000 for the month of September. That represents almost 30% of all sales, and the average sale price for condominium apartments was just over 700,000. So that means that freehold properties, ground level properties, have really escalated in value dramatically in the month of September. And I suspect we're going to continue to see that moving through into October and the remaining months of 2021. The second kind of trend or theme that we see is asking prices. And it's the first time that I've ever spoken about this in all the reports that I've ever done, but it's now become absolutely clear that asking prices are simply starting prices for the sale of real estate in the GTA. I looked at all of the trading areas in the GTA, and except for one trading area, every single trading area saw the ultimate sale price exceed the asking price. And in some cases, it was dramatic. For example, if we look at the East End, in the eastern districts, all of the sales took place at a substantially higher percentage than the asking price. And that's right across the board, as I said, except for one particular trading area. That is unheard of. In all the years that I've been doing these presentations, I've never seen that happen before. Asking prices, list prices, were basically a threshold for what people expected as far as the sale price. That isn't the case anymore. They're just simply a starting point, and then the end price is ultimately going to be determined by the number of people that want the property, or by the location of the property, how attractive people find it, and ultimately where that starting price was in relation to what is fair market value. The problem when you have sale prices that are substantially higher than asking prices, bottom line is no one really knows what fair market value is, because it's determined on a sale by sale basis. So very interesting development in our marketplace. Thirdly, it's demand and supply. We've got historically high demand and we've got historically low supply. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. The federal campaign saw all the parties saying we need more supply. It's actually a given that we need more supply, and I'm surprised that more hasn't been done in that regard. Been a lot of promises, and we'll see if those promises manifest themselves as we go forward. But currently, we have a supply crisis on our hands, and that's probably why we're seeing the ultimate sale prices being substantially higher than the list prices as a new market phenomena. But as we end the month of September and get into October, we have 50% fewer available resale properties compared to what we had at the end of September last year. That's a dramatically low number, historically low number, and that is going to be one of the themes that we're going to be dealing with for the remainder of this year, and I'm convinced it'll be into 2022 as well. Because even if government gets the supply going that they promised that they would, we won't even see shovels in the ground for probably close to 2 years from today. The fourth theme is, again, the disparity between the 416 and the 905, and some interesting things developing there. First of all, average sale prices are increasing faster in the 905 than in the 416, and I think the reason for that is obvious. They were less expensive to begin with, and for the most part, they happen to be ground level. And of course, the pandemic has had an impact in that regard, people wanting more ground level properties, more space, and with that, the sense of sanctuary and safety. So we see that. But a new phenomena that's developed in the month of September is the supply in the 905 is now shrinking faster than the supply in the 416. I think the reason for that is obvious. Over the last 5 or 6 months, the absorption that has taken place has been predominantly in the 905 because there's only limited amount of supply in the 416. So that's going to be a theme that will follow as the year progresses towards the end and then into 2022. And the last sort of trend that we see, pattern that we see, is the reemergence of condominium apartment sales. Dramatic increase in the number of sales in the month of September. It's been a pattern that we've seen developing over the course of the summer, but it's really started to hit some heights in the month of September, and in particularly average sale prices, which have gone up fairly dramatically in the month of September. In the 416, condominium apartment sales went up by, average sale prices went up by 8.5%, and in the 905, which I mentioned earlier, they went up by almost 20%, 18% to be exact. That is a reversal as well, because condominium apartments did not play a prominent role in the 905, but they're starting to now. And in the central core, where the bulk of the condominium apartments are located, average sale prices exceeded for the first time over $800,000. So even the least expensive housing form is now becoming an expensive housing form in the GTA. So those 5 trends are what I'll keep looking at and providing you more information on as we make our way towards the end of 2021. But that's the market report for September. I look forward to providing the market report for October. Very interesting, exciting, and kind of novel market developments in this post-pandemic, well, not quite post-pandemic yet, but the pandemic period that we're kind of adjusting to. So I look forward to providing you the October report next month. Thank you.